national coordinator. Because you see, we then decided to find out who exactly he is. And you know, they know each other. NDC, MPP, we know each other within the community. So we realized that he came there with the MPP national coordinator as his footer. And that is what, and you see, if you read the police statement, it's completely disingenuous. So what this guy was holding gun openly. And people know. And people know this is him. At least you can show it. And you see the painful thing, the police commander in charge of operation, Αλλréšt, came there. And he was rather begging the NDC members to calm down. So that these people can display. Can you imagine? Effect an arrest. That is how you demonstrate accountability. So, Mr. Tamaklo, what you are alleging is that the NPP national coordinator is complicit in this. I am saying that as this footer came to the program, you see the NPP parliamentary candidate has his office within that enclave. So when our supporters finished and they were on their motorbike, right? That was when the incident. So you see that most of the bikers were NDC and they were in the T-shirt. These guys were just there with the national coordinator. My point is simple. He may not have anything to do directly, but this is a guy who had been found with a gun. There had been discharge of the gun. That's a criminal offense. What you do is that you isolate him from NPP and deal with that situation as a crime. Αλλréšt, you know this guy, you know him personally, but because he came with Aziz Futa, Αλλréšt has not demonstrated that he's a man enough together with IGP Dampare to arrest this guy. His pictures are all over Facebook. Meanwhile, the police are telling us that intelligence. What is intelligence about this? What is intelligence about this? IGP, no, hold on. IGP has a special unit called Police Intelligence Unit. They are judged by the Electoral Commission. Yes. It has been almost 12 hours since this incident. And you are telling me no. I'm sure the police will be watching. And like I told you, you see, whatever Dampare is doing, we are watching. We will not. And I tell you, we are never going to forever remain the victims of peace. We will not. That's a direct threat on national TV. I don't think that's a good thing to say. See how our guy was shot in the leg. But I don't think. And you want him dead. But you think that you want him dead before we come here. 8 innocent people were killed in order for Akufo-Addo to get a second term. And today, nothing had happened. How long are we going to remain this? And you think my supporters are watching me, and you think that I should keep quiet when our people are deliberately shot? Beatrice, you're threatening violence on national television. You think that violence, we have every right to protect ourselves. In fact, the first law of nature is self-preservation. We'll preserve ourselves. Mr. Owusu.
Punch TV I love from Mama Makaba Haba channel so make sure say and then the first time I did her channel here and I just subscribe there am no like share we will so be our adventure our comment section ho e the Punch TV there ba man yourself there and say dem ba and dem for and say story be about social media and so I just say agent Thréätẻn ye ebusuan for mun come home my her story na embra ye buy the emunche mu na ebebrem.
I saw what happened the other day in Mamobi. And I hear it was the result of health walks. The two opposing parties were holding health walks or something, and then there was a clash somewhere. But even if there was a clash, I mean, maybe it might not have led to the loss of lives. But people had weapons, and they fired shots and injured people. The reason why this continues is because there's impunity. Those who have those weapons know that nothing will happen to them. They will do it and get away with it because they are operatives of the system. They are people who belong to the political establishment. I saw one clear picture of one of them holding his pistol. Just watch, nothing will happen to them. And as long as nothing happens to them, it will continue. And that's why often I say that the moral voice of society must be heard. And the moral voice of society resides in our chiefs, our religious leaders, our civil society organizations. It's not that these people are not known. The people are known. The society knows those who fired those shots and injured those people. But again, like Ayawaso West Wagon, even if a commission of inquiry is set and says these people should be dealt with, government won't deal with them. And as long as that government doesn't deal with them, others will be emboldened to do the same thing. And so I feel a bit helpless about it. The point is, we are peace-loving, but it gets to a time when people must defend themselves. And if this continues, a time will come, others would also arm themselves with guns, and it will become a shootout. When it becomes a shootout, more people will be killed. In this case, the shooting was in one direction, and so all those who were injured were on one side. But like I'm saying, if impunity develops and it continues, a time will come, people will realize that the state cannot protect them. And when people realize the state cannot protect them, then they take measures to defend themselves. And when that happens, we really would have a bloodbath. And so this is the time for all of us to speak out. Those who were identified to have shot people, were armed, should be arrested and dealt with by the law. If people know that you'll be arrested and dealt with by the law, they will refrain from doing what they do.
So many are
yes, on your Bacasa, no, only a Casa, bra, a year and Tawantoine, a 2 corso, a Nima, Saboyamu, a DNC.
Madonna.
Messenra, you know, Casa, Wabrasa, and Tokwani at the bonny 2 a corso. But Yenya of Fu is here, Saboyamu, a DNC.
Okay, Madam was say, and the power ni Adoma and Tremo, ne, ya Omutium. I am part, then I okay and draw it to them airport. Oh, I was not constrainty. Then a buyer and buy walk and a year. A more and it is to a bim. But I dear woman say, walkway, since 1992, every election, yeah, every week, yeah, walk. Let me even say, both NDC and NDP, yeah, walk. But as time goes on, the DBA, yeah, fine tune, and I, yeah, so until be a ember. I am past the Nima Divisional Command, need Kotobabi District Command. Yeah, best starting walkway, no, and draw was our 8th week, yeah, walk. But MP before it was their 2nd or 3rd week, almost starting on walk. But yeah, best starting, you know, you have praying in and they call police station, and they call the market, a route, a mine. I have also not conscience, you know, comprised of traditionally Mamubi, the whole Mamubi and Accra New Town. And then they comprise I have also no. So, police for no educated my affair. The week way party be Accra New Town, the other party will be in Mamubi. Then the following week, alternating in that way. Yesterday, we were for Accra New Town. NDP. And the NPP for Mamubi.
Okay.
So, you call your New Town, your campaign, your work, sorry. You call New Town, NPP for so more Mamubi, everything fine. You go through New Town, yes, Urban, because my office of Mamubi, that's where we start and that's where we end. You go, yeah, Bano. You free New Town, yeah, Banana, say, yeah, 2, yeah, call that be 2, 1. Why see MP before? So I was surprised because walk now and see and see now I ain't fun. And I'm gonna say, oh, our mom will be cow put this side on. And then maybe say, what happened? Because then you know what happened. Not knowing your boys here from Mustankofa riders. They are riders for NDC. Mustankofa riders.
No.
To be piano, you see them in their numbers 20, 30, 40.
In fact, yeah, video this is here. You was a cophobia at motor show. Almost NDC t-shirts.
No. Actually, they are not from Ayawaso North. They are from Ayawaso East. But you know, because the constituency is like a twin constituency, you know.
Yeah.
So East, to say back on at so boys, you know, almost for any they go around the constituency every street, just going around getting awareness for NDC. That's what they do. And in fact, in my work, no, maybe in Pemoto, because the motor no buy, yeah, motor boy, your crop. The way we work now, we call hospital in them, and so we catch them say, Mom, for motor ember work. So on Sunday, no, they also do their own work by using the motto, number about 2025, no, all the principal streets, no. So whilst we were in Newtown, I hear work, no, and people were on Mamubi, no. As part of their routine rounds, no, Omokosa, EBPA Mamubi. Unfortunately, PA road be and our street be. PA street now, MPP before they were winning. As part of their work, the MPP group are going. They were heading to a junction. At that junction, MPP group will take to the right to their office. That's where they will be ending.
What if Tobo say, Eti, moto for who MPP for na omujinaye?
And omujinaye.
Okay.
With the thinking, say, MPP for were getting closer to a junction or almost far right to their office. And I will say, Mahama&His, so almost do junction no far right now. Then they can continue and then take left. Mebra and Nini no. And MPP for no Daniel Mweti and Omo NDC for on motorbike. And almost sound Omweti, almost tax on sound Omweti. Ever on the boys. Ekata boys, no, why are they following them? And I would say, they were doing their normal riding in the community. Oh, Omono. And meeting Omojina, Omo far right now. No, Omo so Ako far left. And one who know, NOBC, Debbie, Omo sign. Anyway, to see, say, where to see, say. Omo Obi the kind.
Hey. Why not easy kind?
MPP for there are pictures to it, there are video footage, there are pictures. And Omu is the kind, and I was now where's you the kind them?
And Obi Oko walk no, Bibo, Obi Oko walk no, Obi a one anteno, second every.
So I'm coming, I'll get there.
Okay.
And before they could say that warning shot, time. And before they realize, Omo will say one of them, the night Moja Eba. And I was say, are they? What is your Nimoja Eba and a Omo and Omo Johnny? Omo Johnny, you know, and Omo far the kind. Name issue two Omo motorbike in our time.
Wow.
Yeah, can say motorbike 6 hours more Omo Famba. And I yet be started. Yeah, funny say NDC for riders no. Omo be share MPP for no. Omo deny it. But let's even assume say Omo no. They even rode an Omo ride into them. Yeah, funny say Omo deny. NDC for no ride echo share MPP for no. Must it lead to a gunshot? That's my question.
That's true.
Must it lead to a gunshot? Secondly, question on me be say. And health worker, why will you be carrying guns on you?
That's the kind.
I dare say health work. And we are all one in the same community. Why will you be carrying guns on you? So, Master Ubisa, that is the situation. Why will you be carrying guns on you?
Matisa, I post for them say, almost share NDC for ne. MPP for now, omo konto kwano. In fact, I say a story no indicate say over the weekend omo mount to a manhunt for omo touch that sa atwede bono
we share video na NDC for no takwa ben omo koye. Those riders no takwa ben na omo koye.
In fact, no
look at the footage. Look at the footage. Takwa ben. But we have videos. Evidence, even from the videos, no one will say, and then fight you. And the boys had to run for their life.
But Honorable, I've also seen videos, sir. NDC, to Bo, and the Abo Mukem, MPP for the Kemo, and don't swear. MPP for the Kano, or more to Bo, and Eddie Bo.
Okay. I dare buy me say. Yeah, I didn't see it now. You new town.
That's right.
This was just the riders. People should just declare. And then the whole NDC crowd, no, any MPP crowd, they could see any. They be. Who are winning? I was so not here. We were somewhere around Newtown in my hair. And the way you see it. So you better do. We control the crowd. Young announce it. your program no best say now all the crowd will have moved there.
That's true.
And I'm see will be on catch over here. So we manage the crowd to our destination point, no end no. And I quickly I address the people. I did see in order not to cause panic when you move because they bring in him. I did see it. And I catch on the and you walk no and I didn't see it. Right there, so you go pee almost so and I'm supposed to see it just to keep calm. So a hospital now your crop on you. And I catch you said nobody should move. I just make a way. The Nima district commander, that was also not BNI and NIB director and confirm me. While they were at the top, MP before Kano was coming to pass through me. He converged the last point. No.
Wow.
And the district commander, the capital can say, on time call. It's so good for him in the midst of this tension, no, to use your car to come and pass in the crowd. Definitely there's tension. The district commander said it in front of the director general operation. And you'll be at 3 times or 4 MPP can say on Sanko Kanu and Fino. The BNI director said it in our meeting yesterday that they want the driver not to come and pass. And the driver didn't listen to them. But at that time I informed MPP can't have. So they were rushing to the car. Police for now almost a service situation. It would have been a different thing altogether. So this is the situation. But the point of issue here is Chamusi health worker. Why will you be carrying guns? We a health work MP before.
Interesting.
And they are pictures, footage to those holding those weapons. And Ushe, especially those of them now holding weapons, they are not from the community. If they are not from the community, why not come from wherever MPP walk more? They just walk out. Why not do a mobile?
Very well. Honorable, Eddie Namoye, Eddie Abwa, oppose for the Serabaya, Sa a meme for Woody for a Timodin for way. Emrano new
for me, this is just an eye opener to the Ghana police towards our general election. This is even a health work. You need a cock for your mammy, papa, no, young guys, health work. Just one for our fitness, 2 to galvanize more support. Even health work, health work, can you imagine what can happen on the election day? Can you imagine?
Imagine. Honorable, Yanfantria, Meadow Asepa, Nebo, Bebuan Comoina, what Mammy has been see what to obey. Take through the role of the Ghana Police Service. Also, as I say about was a generalize it. Meanwhile, crime is crime. Crime has no political color. Obia Yituato, what you're born in here. Ewo, Jumedia Nante, and you're dying, Yamano Kwedi. And the chairman saying, crime is crime. Obia you, Obia Tresikai. What foot to a
you near the kind, the mechanic say, one more Eddie Sabi and some huno, set your human chaquine. Now a switching beer or man or mound, Eddie Mound. Now, make a same channel. I am a maker, I am a ya, some maker, Nelson, and the cross someone, my fan say a woman say, Partisan politics cry, Amma, Sabi your security, my fan say, agencies in the brand, or a papa. And therefore, maybe a mempa may boss around a young who a wood dear, partisan politics, AD, Nanyakopon, Buana say, election in ya. And Mra Akayanimu, young fan planning for a new system of the baby partisan politics every home. But I say,
the Punch TV I love from Mahama&His channel so make sure say and then the first time I do channel and not just over subscribe and share we will so be our comment section or the Punch TV the about 7 day and say them back and them for and say story be about social media and so say agent ye abusuan for mon come home my story na embra ye buy the emunche mu na every